Good morning, all. In last class, we discussed filters, right? Bisection filter, uh, inductor filter, capacitor filter, and L section filter, right? Today, we discuss bisection filter. Before that, there are two topics: critical inductance and breeder resistance. Okay, before going to the critical inductance, okay, this is the response of capacitor filter. Okay, observe here. Once again, the simple operation is full wave rectifier output is sinusoidal signal, that is only positive peak. During first quarter cycle, okay, during this first quarter cycle, okay, now I change. Okay, during this first quarter cycle, capacitor charges. Okay, then after that, once the capacitor charges maximum value, Vm value, now capacitor voltage dominating the your full wave rectifier output voltage during this region. Okay, during this region A to B, during this entire region A to B. Okay, now what happened means capacitor try to discharge. Why? Because capacitor voltage greater than the rectifier output voltage. Okay, now in this case what happened? Now capacitor discharge. Now here the voltage is here the voltage Vm. Now when we consider the center tap transformer full wave rectifier, now diodes are reverse bias. Okay, here in center tap transformer full wave rectifier, diodes are reverse biased. When the capacitor voltage reaches to the maximum voltage, now what happens means diodes are reverse biased. Okay, then actually the current here, this is a voltage. Current also somewhere like this, look like in this fashion. Okay, the current is continuous current flowing through the filter circuit. For filters, right, we require a continuous current flowing through the circuit. Suppose it is an inductor. Consider the LC filter. Here it is a inductor. Here it is a capacitor. Okay, during this region, what happened means capacitor, that is the current not supplied to the filter circuits. Okay, this is the problem. To avoid this problem, we have to find the critical inductance value. Consider the LC filter. Okay, to avoid this problem, we have to find the critical inductance, minimum inductance value that will keep the filter circuit continuously current flowing through the circuit, right? The current is not supplied to the filter from the rectifier until the capacitor voltage falls when it discharges through RL. So that during this region is current discontinuous. During this region, current discontinuous. When current is discontinued, here there is something like a back EMF is produced in the inductor and the output DC voltage decreases. That is the problem. Here the problem is, okay, when the current is discontinued, okay, thank you. When the current is discontinued, what happens means there is some back EMF is produced in the inductor. Due to this, what happens means due to this, uh, the DC output voltage reduces. Okay, that is the problem. To avoid that problem, we have to calculate the minimum inductance or critical inductance value, right? Okay, this is the critical inductance. Okay, for Fourier, already we know that Fourier series of full wave rectifier output signal. When you apply Fourier series, this is the DC term 2 Vm by pi. This is AC term 4 Vm by 3 pi cos 2 omega t. Now here the filter output is DC output greater than the peak voltage, that is equal to Im, then that is equal to root 2 I AC RMS. Okay, normal simplification. Okay, Vm is equal to Vrms by root 2. Similarly, here Im is equal to root 2 into IAC RMS. IAC RMS is equal to, okay, here consider the LC filter here. VAC RMS by XL. VAC already 4 Vm by 3 pi, that is equal to by XL. XL, it will be converted into Vm is equal to Vrms by root. Here Vrms is equal to Vm by root. Now IAC RMS is equal to, then simplify this one. Okay, this can be written in terms of DC term. 4 is written as 2 into 2 and 2 Vm by pi is written as VDC. So root 2 by 3 is a similar simplification we done in many filters, previous 2-3 filters, right? Root 2 by 3 VDC by X. So this is second and this is 1 and 2 in 1. IDC DC component greater than or is equal to root 2 into IAC RMS. Root 2 into 3 by, that is equal to 2 by 3 VDC by XL. IDC is equal to VDC by RL. Then VDC get cancelled. Then simplification is XL greater than or equal to 2 by 3 RL. Then further simplification, XL is the reactance of inductance. XL is equal to 2 omega L. Then 2 omega L greater than or equal to 2 by 3 RL. Then L greater than or is equal to RL by 3 omega. And omega is equal to 2 by F. Right? Now the critical inductance, which will keep the continuous current to the filter output, is the inductance value RL, inductance value greater than or equal to RL by 3 into 2 by F. Okay. Okay, when we design a filter circuit by using this one in LC filter circuit, right? This is an inductor and this is something like a capacitor in LC filter. Okay, how to design a inductor means by using this one, RL greater than LC greater than or equal to RL by 3 into 2 pi F, where F is the input signal frequency, typically 50 Hz, right? Okay, mainly depends upon the load RL, load resistance value. So that is about the critical inductance. When we choose the value, inductor value, such a way that greater than or at least equal to RL by 3 into 2 pi F, then there may be chance continuous current flows through the filter circuit. Okay, there is another subtopic in filter, that is a bleeder resistance. You consider the same filter here, LC filter, or this concept can be applied to simple capacitor circuit also. Same concept applied to capacitor filter connected to the load. Okay, same concept. Okay, here consider the inductor here, LC filter, inductor and capacitor. Now, this is the critical inductance expression already we derived in above case. LC greater than or is equal to RL by 3 omega. Now, in sometimes the load may be connected or may not be connected. If load is not connected, load is open, RL is equal to infinity. RL is equal to infinity means load is open circuit. Here, observe here. If the RL value is infinity or simply there is no RL, okay, remove the load from the filter output. Then what happens means RL is equal to infinity. By using this expression, what happens? LC greater than or LC directly proportional to RL. When RL is equal to infinity, LC values become also infinity. But RL very large, or RL is equal to infinity, LC also infinity. Now in this case, what happened means the capacitor is charged to Vm value. Now there is no path to discharge capacitor value, right? Okay. Now what happened means, observe here. Now in this case, now the circuit is L is infinity and load also infinity. But capacitor already charged to Vm value. Okay. Now there is no path for capacitor to discharge. Why? Because load is disconnected. Suppose someone touches the capacitor terminals, he may experience with some shock, right? Okay. Someone touches the low terminals, open circuited low terminals, he may experience with shock. Why? Because capacitor already there exists capacitor voltage. Capacitor is not discharged. That is the problem here, right? What is the problem here? When load is open circuited, there is no path for capacitor to discharge. Due to this, what happens means, if anyone touches the open circuited load terminals, he experience with shock, right? That is the damage, right? Damage to the person who touches the open circuited terminals. Then how to avoid this problem? How to avoid this problem means, again connect a one bleeder resistor RB in parallel to the load resistor. Okay, here the equivalent value is, what is the equivalent value? RL in parallel with RB. If RL is infinity, RL is very large resistor in parallel with the RB, then equivalent resistor is RB. Now the critical inductance expression is LC greater than or equal to, instead of RL by RB by 3 omega. Now what happens means, even though you load is open or RL is equal to infinity, now the capacitor discharge through resistor RB. Okay. Okay, now there is no voltage across this capacitor terminals. When the load is open, if someone touches the open circuited terminals, okay, it does not experience any shock, right? Why? Because the capacitor voltage is discharged through resistor RB. Okay, so that now this resistor RB is called the bleeder resistor. Here the bleeder means discharge the capacitor voltage. Okay, this is the main purpose of bleeder resistor, right? Okay, now coming to the today, we discuss one more filter circuit. Okay, this is the most efficient filter circuit. Okay, before going to that, we explain in component wise. Okay, up to this one is the capacitor filter, normal capacitor filter. Here the full wave rectifier output is given to the filter. Filter output is again given to the something like this is the filter output, like a triangular shape. Okay, not exact, it is a scale, right? Suppose it is a x-axis. Okay, now this type of waveform is applied to LC filter circuit. Okay, L1 C2, here observe the inductor L1 and C2 form a one LC filter circuit load as it is. Now when we observe the output now this one almost constant. Okay, almost when we calculate the ripple factor for pi section filter or CRC filter, C1 here the C means capacitor, sorry, not CRC, CLC. Okay, CLC filter, capacitor, inductor, and again capacitor, CLC filter. Now when we calculate the ripple factor, okay, the ripple factor value for such type of filter circuit is very, very, very small, 0.00012, like that. That means ripple content. What is ripple content? AC component at the filter output. Okay, Ripple factor indicates that RF ripple factor indicates that AC content at the filter output. For such type of filter circuits, what happen means the ripple factor is very, very small. When the ripple factor is small, the signal look like almost constant, right? Okay. Okay. Here it is a combination of capacitor filter and LC filter, right? Now observe here, this is the capacitor filter output. Okay, like this charging, and it is discharging, and again charging, discharging, right? Okay, the signal is okay. Okay, it is look like a some triangular waveform. Okay, here three dotted lines observe here. In the middle one is the VDC. Here it is the middle one is here it is okay. Middle one is VDC around like this. And again here now just I'm zooming here. Okay. Here the middle one is the VDC and remaining this one is VR by 2. Okay, there is a one VDC line. There are three lines here. Here the middle one is VDC line, and remaining upper part of this one is VR by 2. Similarly, lower part of this one also VR by 2. Okay, upper above this one also. These are all the ripple voltage. This is the constant here, VDC. There is something like some small change here. Okay, that will be VR. Total is the VR. Here this total amplitude is VR. Okay, above VDC is VR by 2. Below VDC also VR by 2. Okay. Total is VR. Okay, above VDC is VR by 2. Below VDC is VR by 2. Now Vm is equal to peak voltage Vm with respect to VDC plus VR by 2. Right? Okay. Your total peak voltage Vm is equal to VDC plus VR by 2. From that VDC is equal to Vm minus VR by 2. Now here Fourier series of triangular waveform. Okay, when we apply the Fourier series to triangular waveform, VR by 2 minus VR by pi sine 2 omega t. First one is the DC component. Second one is the AC component, and magnitude of AC component is VR by pi. Okay, this is the DC component is VR by 2. Okay, now already we derived the capacitor filter. VR is equal to, or Vm value is equal to IDC by 2 into F into C1. Okay, this is already we derived in capacitor filter. We use this expression here. Okay. Now magnitude of AC component is equal to. Okay. Now here VR by pi is equal to IDC by 2 pi F into C1. Then from that VAC RMS is equal to magnitude of AC component by root 2. That is VR by root 2 into pi. Now then simplify here, normal simplification. IDC by root 2 into 2 pi of C1. Then V1 AC RMS is equal to IDC into 2 by normal simplification here. Root 2 into 2 pi of C1 into 2. Just here multiply and divide with 2. 2, 2. Remaining everything is same. Now IDC into 2 by root 2 into 2. Okay, here the omega C1 is 2 pi f is the omega and C1 as it is. Then 1 by 2 omega C1 is equal to x. Okay, that is equal to x C1. Then IDC into 2 by root 2 into omega C1 into 2. That is equal to 1 by 2 omega C1 is equal to this entire term 1 by omega C1. 2 omega C1 is equal to x C1. That is equal to V1 AC RMS is equal to root 2 into IDC into x C1. Okay, the procedure is almost similar to the LC filter. Once you know the V1 AC RMS, V1 AC RMS in terms of current and impedance is I1 AC RMS into Z. Okay, Z is equal to under root XL1 square plus XC2 square. Okay, this is negligible for AC component. Now Z is equal to XL1. Now V1 AC RMS is equal to I1 AC RMS into XL1. From that I1 AC RMS is equal to V1 AC RMS by XL1. Now voltage across C2 at node 2. Voltage across, this is a pi network. Here the first section is node 1 and second section this is node 2. Now V2 AC RMS that is equal to I1 AC RMS into XC2. Why? Because here also there is some capacitor. Here also capacitor. Now V2 AC RMS is equal to I1 AC RMS into XC2. Then substitute 2 in 3. Then V2 AC RMS is equal to I1 AC RMS means V1 by XL1. Now from that V2 AC RMS is equal to, then substitute V1 AC RMS that is equal to root 2 into IDC XC1 XC2 by XL1. Then further simplification. Now again here IDC is equal to VDC by RL. Root 2 into VDC by RL, XC1, XC2 by XL1. Now the ripple factor is equal to V2 AC RMS by VDC, that is equal to root 2 into XC1 into XC2 by RL into XL1, where XC1 is equal to 1 by 2 omega C1. XC2 is equal to 1 by 2 omega C2. Omega is equal to again 2 pi f, right? And XL1 is equal to 2 omega L1. Now here in this case, omega is equal to 2 pi f. Okay, this is the ripple factor derivation for CLC filter or pi section filter. Among all filters, this filter offers very low ripple factor. That means output of this filter circuit almost constant. Output of this filter is almost constant. When we calculate take some values and calculate the ripple factor, that value is equal to very small. Okay, this is about filter circuits. Okay, so far we completed different types of filter circuits. One is capacitor filter, and second one is inductor filter, and third one capacitor and inductor filter, and fourth one is combination of three: capacitor, inductor, and capacitor filter. We completed total 4 different types of filter circuits, right? What is first filter? Only L filter, inductor filter, and second one is the capacitor filter, and third one is the LC filter. In LC filter again we discuss with section wise multiple LC filter circuit. As number of stages increase, Already we calculated the, we derived the ripple factor expression. And fourth one is CLC filter. So we discussed total 4 filters. We discussed total 4 filters here. Capacitor filter, inductor filter, inductor and capacitor filter, capacitor, inductor and capacitor filter. Among all these 4 filters, okay, CLC filter offers very low ripple factor. So the output of this type of filter almost constant, almost DC output voltage, right? Okay, this is about filters. Okay, and another important topic in second unit is clipper circuits, right? Another important applications of diode circuits are clippers, right? Okay, here the name itself indicates that clippers. Clippers are circuits which are used to remove the certain part of the input signal, right? Suppose input signal, suppose now let us consider the input signal. Suppose in this input signal, in the above portion, above this portion, some noise is added like this. Okay, suppose this is the signal. The signal consists of both information, original signal and noise signal. Suppose you want to eliminate the signal. Suppose you want to eliminate this signal. Why? Because this signal is a noise, corrupted signal. Then how to process such type of signals? This signal is transmitted to the clipper circuit. The signal is transmitted to the clipper circuit. Now what happened means clipper output. Okay, clipper output will gives the like this. Okay, that means whatever the unwanted signal at the input, that signal eliminated by using the clipper circuit. Okay, okay, observe here. There are variety of diode networks called clippers that have ability to clip off a portion of the input signal without distorting the remaining part of alternating waveform or remaining part of the signal, right? Okay, that is the clipper circuit operation. Okay, what clipper circuit consists of? Okay, here the clipper circuit are designed with the help of diodes, universal bus diode clippers, one resistor and one diode. It is compulsory. There is a one resistor and one diode. Depending upon the orientation of diode, positive or negative region of the input signal is clipped off. Okay, different types of clipper circuits are there. Okay, basically it is a series clipper and parallel clipper. Depending upon the position of diode element, either it is a series clipper or shunt clipper circuits. Okay, now this is the simple, it look like a half-wave rectifier, right? Why? Because a series diode and when connected with a load resistor. Okay, half-wave rectifier is best example for a clipper circuit, simple clipper circuit. Now in this case, what happened means during this is the input signal, this is the output signal. Observe here Vi, V0. So this is input signal Vi, this is the output signal V0. So during entire positive cycle, diode is on. On means short circuit. Output follows the input. Simply output resembles the input signal. During entire negative portion, diode off. When diode off means open circuit. There is no current flows through the diode, so that output is equal to 0. Okay. Same as it is of a rectifier circuit operation. Suppose here it is some sinusoidal signal. During positive cycle, diode D1 on, output follows the input. During negative cycle, diode off, so that V0 is equal to 0. That means entire negative portion of your input signal is clipped off. Okay, this negative portion of input signal is clipped off. Now it is something like a triangular waveform. Only it appears positive portion. It is a best example for series clipper. Why it is series clipper means a diode is placed in series with input signal. So this is the series clipper circuit. Okay. Now this is for sinusoidal input signal, right? It is nothing but a half-wave rectifier output. It contains only positive cycles, negative cycle 0 and another positive cycle. Now again, there is simple modification here. Here some bias voltage, some DC voltage is added, is connected in parallel to the input signal. Now what happened? Now analysis. Now okay, always remember that anode voltage and cathode voltage, right? When anode voltage greater than cathode, then only diode on. In series circuit, remember this important point is when diode on, okay, when diode on, then only output follows the input. Then only V0 is equal to Vi. Remember this important one. Important one is when diode on, V0 is equal to Vi. Okay, for simple clipper analysis circuit, in initial stage, let us consider the diodes. All diodes are ideal diodes. Remember this one. Okay. Now here there is a opposition here. Cathode terminal initially connected to the reference voltage VR. Right. Now let us say suppose reference voltage is equal to 2 volts. That means what it indicates, suppose input is a 5 volt maximum. Okay, here it is a 5 volts maximum. Here it is a 2 volts opposition. Okay, input is not a DC, input is a sinusoidal signal. So initially when it is 0, okay, now 0 means 0 less than 2 volts. So diode off. When diode off, what is the output voltage? When diode off, current is equal to 0. Current is equal to 0, there is no drop across load resistor. Output is equal to VR only. Or simply apply KVL to this loop. What is KVL? V0 is equal to KVL expression, output KVL expression. I into RL plus VR. Okay. When input is 0 volt, anode voltage is 0, cathode voltage is 2 volts, diode off. When diode off, current is equal to 0. When current is equal to 0, I is equal to 0. What is V0? V0 is equal to VR only. V0 is equal to VR only. Why? Because I is equal to 0. So directly observe here the output waveform. When input is 0 itself, output is equal to VR only. Right? Okay. That means same condition exists until when input greater than 2 volts. Right? Up to when input is equal to 2 volts, here 2 volts, 2 volts, again still diode off, V0 is equal to VR. When what happened? When input greater than 2 volts, 2.1 greater than 2 volts, right? It is a sinusoidal signal. At one point condition, here observe here, at this condition, input signal greater than reference signal. Now what happens means diode D on. Why? Because anode greater than cathode. Now when input signal greater than 2 volts, diode D on. Why? Because anode greater than cathode. When diode on, what is the condition here? When diode on, this is the diode on. V naught is equal to Vi. Simply output follows the input. This is the condition. Okay, during negative portion, when input signal less than 2 volts, diode off. Observe here, during this entire portion, I change this color. Okay, during this entire negative portion, what is the condition? Input voltage Vi, input voltage Vi less than Vr. When Vi less than Vr, diode off. Now here in this case, diode off. When diode off, what happens means output is equal to, current is equal to 0. Output is equal to Vr only. So this is the Vr. Now again, when input greater than reference voltage, diode on, output follows the input. Like this, output contains such type of waveform. What is the waveform here? This is Vr, then output follows the input, and again Vr, output follows the input. Like this, you will get the, okay, this is the Vr, and this is the peak magnitude is Vm. So this is the output. That means below the reference voltage is clipped off. Observe here in this case, complete below the reference, here in the entire this thing is, below the reference signal is clipped off, right? So this is about the, what this is called a biased clipper. Why? Because we are applying a bias signal. Such type of clipper circuit are called biased clipper circuit. Series. What type of here? Here the diode is connected in series with the input, so it is a series clipper. Now observe here. This is these two are shunt clippers. Why I am called shunt clipper are parallel? Why? Because here the diode is connected here. Here diode connected in parallel to the input signal. Here also diode connected in parallel to the input signal. Now this type of clippers are called the parallel clipper circuit. Parallel clipper circuit. Okay. Now coming to the operation here. Okay, here it is a parallel. When output follows the input here, when diode off. Okay, when diode off. Now output is equal to input. Remember, for all clipper circuit, what is the status of diode? When output follows the input. Remember this one, right? Compulsory in clipper circuit, certain portion of the input signal transmitted without distortion. Remaining portion is completely clipped off, right? Okay. Now coming to here. Okay, here I consider the practical diode. Practical diode having a cut-in voltage, having something like cut-in voltage 0.7 volts. During positive cycle, okay, this is about input signal here. This type of representation is transfer characteristic representation. Okay, this type of representation is called transfer characteristics representation. Okay, this is the Vi, this is V out. Similarly, this is zero axis, and this is Vi maximum, and this is the output. Okay. Now observe here, during positive cycle, here you consider the practical diode up to 0.7 volt, diode off, so that here observe here output follows the input. When input greater than 0.7, okay, VD on value is 0.7. When input greater than 0.7, immediately diode on. When diode on, what is the equivalent circuit? Replace the equivalent circuit. It is simply a voltage source having the voltage is equal to 0.7 or diode on voltage. So that output is limited to 0.7 only. Okay, when input is greater than 0 during entire this portion, diode on, so that output is equal to 0.7 only. Now when input signal less than 0.7, now again diode of output follows the input. So this is the signal. Okay, here the red color indicates that output follows the input. During entire this red color region, diode off. Here coming to the green color indicates that input signal during this input signal range. Okay, that means greater than 0.7 to maximum and maximum to less than 0.7, diode is in on. When diode on, output is limited to 0.7 only. So Clipper circuit, also called limiter circuit, LIMMITTER, limiter circuits, right? It limits the voltage. Okay. Now coming to the same parallel circuit, instead of diode voltage, he uses some bias voltage, VB1. Okay. Now in this case, what happens? Operation is same as previous case. Okay, here the bias voltage is 2 volt. Diode voltage is suppose 0.7 volt. Now total how much opposition here? Okay, here in this case also you may use anode and cathode. Okay, now here the anode voltage is sinusoidal, continuously varying signal. But what about cathode? Cathode voltage here 2 volts, here it is a practical diode 0.7. Total opposition is 2.7, right? Here the cathode terminal voltage is 2.7. Anode terminal voltage is from 0 to increase. Okay, when diode D1 on, when input signal greater than 2.7, then only on. When diode on, output is limited to 2.7 only. So this is the output waveform here. Observe here. Up to less than 2.7, output follows the input. Okay, here all this, the entire thing is during a negative cycle. All this up to less than 2.7 volts, diode is in reverse bias only. When input signal greater than 2.7, then output is limited to 2.7 only. Why? Because diode on, diode D1 on when input signal greater than 2.7. Okay, when diode is in on, output is limited, right? This is the signal. Output follows the input, diode on limited, then again output follows the input. Okay, this is the shunt clippers. Why I am calling shunt or parallel clippers? The diode element are connected in parallel to the input signal. Okay, again another examples for shunt clipper here. Observe here. It is a sinusoidal signal. For entire positive cycle, diode D1 on, ideal diode. Diode D1 on, short circuit. Diode D1 on, short circuit. Output is equal to 0. For entire negative duration, during this duration, diode D open circuit. When diode D is in open circuit, during this region, when diode D is in open circuit, Open circuit means there is no current flows here. Simply input signal transmitted to the output. So negative cycle appear at the output. So it consists of only negative cycles. Like that, we may discuss and consider so many clipper circuit. Here in clipper circuits, main concept is when diode on. First of all, whether it is a series clipper or shunt clipper. When diode on, when diode off. Similarly, when output follows the input, when output limited to the some reference voltage. These are the important. Okay. Here the same concept here. Second and last one is series clipper circuits, and first and third one is the shunt clipper circuit. These are the output waveforms, right? Here what is here ideal diode? Suppose VR, up to that VR diode is in off. Diode off means output follows the input. When diode on, output is limited, right? Remember here. In parallel, first and third circuits, when diode on, output is limited to VR only. Remember this one, right? When diode on, output is equal to reference voltage. When diode off, output follows the input. Whereas in series clipper circuits, when diode on, exactly opposite. When diode on, output follows the input. When diode off, output is limited to reference voltage only. Remember this one, right? When diode on, output follows the input. Second and fourth wave circuits. When diode on, output follows the input. When diode off, output is limited to reference voltage. Exactly opposite. Here in shunt clipper or parallel clipper, when diode on, output is limited to reference voltage. First and third. When diode off, output follows the input. Right? To analyze this one, consider something like VR is 2 volts. All this case VR is equal to 2 volts. All diodes are ideal diodes. All diodes are ideal diodes. These are the waveforms. Right? Like that, we may discuss many number of clipper circuit waveforms. Right? Okay, this is a multi-diode or two-level clipper circuit. Okay, this concept is discussed in next class. Okay, it is a parallel clipper circuit or shunt diode. Okay, it is a two-level clipper. So far we considered different configuration here. There is a one diode, only one level of clipping is taking place. Either positive side or negative side, only one level of clipping is taking place. Here in this two, first and two, above the reference voltage is eliminated. In third and fourth, below the reference voltage is eliminated. Okay, now here in this case, what is observation is only one level is clipped, either positive level or negative level is clipped. Here in coming class, two level clipper. Okay, two reference voltages, two levels are clipped, right? This concept discussed in next class, right? Okay, you have any doubts? Please share in our WhatsApp group. Thank you. Thank you all. You may leave the class. Thank you.